well, first of all, hello there, and thank you so much for taking the time of your rehearsal to do this interview. How are you guys doing today?
Fine, thanks. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm feeling fantastic. No corona, and I've been like, I think I haven't been feeling this good in a long time. I feel fantastic.
Thanks to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite interesting because I think a lot of people actually really hate being in this kind of worldwide situation. So, well, good that you guys are feeling so great.
I'm already adapt to the things.
Now, anyway, for the people who haven't heard yet about Mr., could you briefly talk a little bit about how you guys met and what your history is and how it all started for you guys?
Well, I had an idea of making thrash metal for a long time, and I worked in a studio that was torn down, the whole building, and I'm a music producer as a profession, so I work in studios all the time, and I had 1 week left in the studio, and I thought that I'd use it wisely, so I made some thrash metal tracks, and one day I met these guys in sauna, and we started a band, and that's how it happened.
Basically, just like that. No. Mikko had some drum tracks. Actually, no songs. There were just songs in his head. There wasn't any music.
And I sang the guitar like.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. And then we went to sauna.
And magic happened.
Magic happened. I knew Mikko before, but I didn't. Like, I kind of knew this douchebag over here, Beavis, and Timo, our second guitar player. I didn't know him at all. I met these guys first time in sauna. Mikko invited us and just, let's start a band. And why the fuck not? And here we are, a few years later, releasing our second album.
Yeah, that sounds actually like a very, very Finnish way of starting a band in sauna.
Yeah,
Maybe.
It was natural.
Yeah. Being naked is kind of natural anyway. So.
As you mentioned, Under Attack is your second album, and usually a debut album serves also as kind of a learning experience into seeing what you want to do differently and such. Is there anything you guys did differently for the entire process for this album?
Everything.
Kind of everything, yes. Because like the first album, I had some songs already when we started, and it was, the process was like more of a normal band process. Like everybody had some songs, and we went to the rehearsal room and we started to build them up and like that, like it goes usual. But the second album, actually we had only some ideas, but not proper songs, and we booked 2.5 days of studio time. Went far away from here, far away enough to like be away from everything at home, and then we made like 13 songs in 2.5 days from our basic like riff ideas and such. And when we came back, we had all the drum tracks for the album except one that was recorded before, Joker, that was recorded before in our EP session.
Yeah, EP. It was a leftover song, kind of, even though it's a really fucking great song. But yeah. So we basically had one song when we went to the studio to record the second album. And actually we hadn't decided if that song that we recorded earlier gonna appear in our second album. But we did. It sounds like that we just throw some shit into the grinder and that just made a CD. But it's actually it's a fucking amazing album.
Yeah.
I was surprised how easy it all went. Like we said, basically like Mikko said, we drove like 500 kilometers from Helsinki to Joensuu, where Tuomas Holopainen from Nightwish lives. But we didn't went to his place because
it was easy.
Yeah, he seems like not a good dude because he doesn't use any drugs or drink alcohol. So we went to a different place.
Goodbye,
and just started. It helps a little that if your band that guy who sings and plays the drums is also a producer in his like day job, so he kind of knows how to structure songs on the spot. So that was like I couldn't do that with any other bands I've been in, but we just went there and Mikko went he went behind the drum kit.
I played drums the whole 2.5 days.
Yeah. Behind the drum kit, and then we had three of like me, Beavis, and Timo were in the control room and just me to Mikko says, okay, here's this kind of riff, how could this go? And started to,
jamming.
Yeah, jamming. And then we took a little break, had some coffee or whatever, and I kind of talked through the song. And then we went again, and then just push record. And
then we just nailed it.
Yeah.
And that's how it happened, like 11 times.
Yeah.
And there's like some songs, like We Kill and Joker. Was it We Kill? I think it was. Like that where Dan saw that I just recorded the drum track. So that like from emptiness. So I had nothing in mind, and I just said to the guy that was recording it, okay, press record. I'm gonna make a song, and then I just played something, and we made a song.
And we put riffs on top of that. So
and like Joker, it's a great song. Like considering how it has been done.
It's a massive. I don't know have you heard any? Have you received a promotional copy or anything? Have you heard it?
Yeah, I did.
So
for this interview actually. So.
Yeah, the Joker is. We couldn't kind of write that kind of a song, I think, with regular methods. So that's how it became so awesome. Like all the Ennio Morricone like wild stuff that in the end and all that crazy stuff's happening. It's our most crazy song.
It's because I didn't remember what I did in the beginning when I was in the end. That's why.
Yeah. But it was.
So it just happened in a moment. So.
It's hetken laulu.
Hetken laulu.
Yeah, that's quite impressive actually, because a lot of bands, I don't think anyone really ever starts from like drums, and people usually start from melodies or like riffs. So
yeah, but I have the melodies in my head when I play the drums because I'm a singer. So I'm a drumming singer.
Drumming singer, yeah. So maybe kind of basic idea, like you have some kind of little bit, like I think Mikko, you have maybe a little like the basic idea that's what's gonna happen in the chorus maybe in your.
Yeah, it can change on the way, but I have when I play, I have something in mind, so I play kind of on top of that.
Yeah, and it was like I always read about like one of my all-time favorite bands, Pantera, like how they wrote, or at least I don't know if it's a legend or not, but how they wrote like Vulgar Display of Power and Far Beyond Driven, which are one of the most like fucking badass metal albums all time. That they did it like they composed it in like 2 weeks and then recorded in just like they did the whole process from writing the songs to recording it in a really small amount of time, and I thought that's not possible. That's bullshit. But now it's nice to realize that you can do it.
Wrong.
Yeah, it's proven wrong. It was nice. All you need is to be really like isolated from your whatever you have going on home, or not it's not a bad way to have a bad thing to have a family or something, but you need to have like that there's the guys in the band that you all live in the same kind of like music bubble.
It's like a music concentration camp.
Yeah. And eat bacon, make metal.
Yeah.
Simple life.
what was the time frame for this album? Like when did you guys start? Do you think that having this global pandemic lockdown situation helped you also with getting more isolated from everything?
It helped with the isolation, but it was like it made things harder in other ways.
But we recorded the album before Corona. We had already
October 2019.
Okay.
But then
We had a half-year break.
Yeah, and basically in March we already had most of the stuff written and recorded. But then because we had more time, we started fine-tuning and started just developing the riffs more.
Yeah, we started to wank basically with the songs. So
it's called polishing.
Polishing, yeah. Since we kind of knew that okay, we're not able to pretty much tour for a while with the album or do anything, that because our main thing in this band is live. We're a live band.
Mm-hmm.
The music that you can find from Spotify just our calling card for people who come to see. It's the live is like what we're made of. That we're, in my opinion, pretty fucking good live band.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So that's why we kind of did. Then we didn't have any hurry to release the album or anything because the whole world was fucked up, and it still is.
Yeah, it still is. Yeah.
But we have used to it now.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Except no gigs.
No gigs.
That sucks.
No.
We have 2 gigs in December.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. With limited capacity.
So the album also features quite a lot of guests. Can you talk a little bit about who is featured on the album and why did you decide to bring them in?
Beavis remembers all the.
Yeah, because there are a lot of friends, but it's, I don't know. Mikko said it pretty well that we have proven that we can do this stuff on our own. But why should we do everything by ourselves if we know good guys that can bring in some other ideas and
yeah, it's just fun to bring
another
in
dimension
people
to the album, so to speak.
So basically we just did it so we can name drop bands like Nightwish and Turmion Kätilöt and Ensiferum to our press release, so someone will probably listen notice us. Just for the sake of the names. We paid.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah, we paid a ton of money, our last money to those guys.
Yeah.
No, but they are kind of. Actually, the songs were already. We didn't when we wrote them. We weren't thinking, okay, this is a part where Marko Hiatala from Night and from Tarot, which was his main band where he sings, or he still sings. That this is a Marko song and this is MC Raakapeet ja Turmion Kätilöt laulaa. We kind of started.
Actually we did everything. Like everything was ready. We had all the
like, you did all the lyrics also.
Lyrics, and we had all like all the vocal tracks as well. But then we just decided why not. And I said all the like people who were featuring like except the guitar guys, but all the singers, both of them, that it's okay if you don't want to come because I've already done it. So it's just an extra. And it was just cool because I've in all my bands where I've been singing, I've quite much done everything in singing category. So it's cool to have people come in, like rappers. They do it all the time. They have all their friends come. They have good time, and it's you can hear it from their albums. But metal guys don't do that much because they have to prove that they are so fucking great in playing and singing. And since we have done that, we just can bring our friends in. Those like we make them famous, you know.
and Matias from Stratovarius, he made me almost.
Matias Kupiani, he's gonna be famous one day. You know, he's a decent guitar player. Yeah. Matias Kupiani, you're gonna hear the name one day.
Yeah, he made me almost stop playing guitar when I heard his solo. There's this one huge song where there's Marko Hiatala doing some vocals
and
in the C-part, and then there's Petri.
In the same song, like 1 minute, and all the featuring artists.
There's like Ben from Ocean Horse, then there's Petri Lindros from Ensiferum and Matias from Stratovarius. So too bad we didn't get Timo Tolkki, but he's pretty fucked up now. So I think But Matias is not as fast as he's not as fast as Timo because Timo is so fast that there's no.
But this all, you know, I record guitar players every now and then. I also record quite like fast guys, but I had to call Matias and ask, how the hell did you do that? Like, how can you move your hands so fast that you make those notes come so fast?
Yeah.
I don't know. He talked about economy peaks or something. Shit like that. What the fuck?
So the best part is that 10 seconds with Matias.
No, 2 seconds.
Yeah,
the
2
last
seconds.
2 seconds with Matias.
All the other stuff is just a feel it. Yeah.
Did you actually have to change parts in the songs when you brought the guests in? Like, did they also have their own ideas that they brought in the songs, or was it pretty much?
No, I'm a dictator. I don't know about their ideas. I said that here's your part, take it or leave it, man. No, actually, I said both of them that you can do whatever you want, but since there was like everything was done already and it's part of the text, so it's Marco corrected some of my like English mistakes, but like Raakape, he's a Finnish guy anyway. He's like a big guy from Kuopio, so he doesn't care. So he just like he was happy to have his text already written. So
Yeah. Considering Raakape songs, I really thought that it was kind of cool that it had this little bit of an industrial vibe as well. Is that something you guys agree with, or?
Yeah, it was. I can tell you how that song, how we created that song. I remember that. That's one of the things that I remember really like clear from that trip.
One of the two.
Yeah, one. Yeah, I was sitting. We were having a break or something. We just finished a song or something, and I was on the sofa and just said I had listened a lot of Ministry, the old school, one of the godfathers of that industrial metal stuff. So hey, it would be cool to do like Mikko already. He played drums in Velkra, the older band, which is also like this really cool industrial metal band. So he kind of knew right away. I said, hey, let's do this Ministry type of song. It would be cool to have this just this da 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 da. You know, this Rammstein Ministry beat, and just this really like there's also like striking, yeah, like a tank that that rolls over you like a tank. And I started to just playing without any like distortion. I had a guitar and like the riff could sound like a da 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 da, and then the riff came, and then we went.
Hey, but do you remember the original lyrics?
Yeah, you wrote
the original lyrics,
yeah,
which were much cooler than the ones that are on the album. But you can't have everything.
Yeah, they were German. I had German lyrics on it. Yeah. That didn't,
His German is really good.
Yeah, but it like too bad it didn't. My lyrics didn't end up on the album. But then we went upstairs after the riff. We ate some bacon once again.
Holy bacon.
Yeah, and had some coffee and some tap water or something, and then we went back and we kind of bounced the song through like Mikko played this kitchen table and I had the guitar without any distortion with me, and I could go like this, and then we just started jam, and we decided, yeah, let's do it like this, and all actually for a long time in the mixing process there wasn't any of those samples, so that electronic stuff in there, but then we decided that let's make this a really like the first mix was
we
just
went the
about
extra mile.
Extra mile. There's some cool stuff. I took some like guitar feedbacks from Slayer, South of Heaven, in the end of South of Heaven. There's this woo, it's there, and then I took something from Raining Blood, and then
something from Donald Trump.
Yeah, and then
all the cool people are there.
Yeah, and then there's Tom Araya's God Hates Us All, but it's twisted, it's reversed and put in you can yeah, you can hear it if you listen really like carefully. Yeah. So it's a nice. I like the song. You dig it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's gonna be actually our
3-hour explanation.
It's gonna be our second single. Yeah. It's gonna be released on Friday.
Yeah.
And I hope it will woke up the people that have been sleeping, like when Mr. has been around, like, and then what the hell is this band? This sounds what the fuck, and then they realize it's not like all the. I think it's the songs are not the same at all in the album, even though it sounds like Mr. our band, but we have like this fast thrash groove stuff, then that industrial stuff, and then there's just really like sludgy, almost doomy kind of stuff, and black metal parts, and it's a what you call sillisalaatti.
I don't know, but it's art is happening.
Herring salad, yeah. It's like
how did you pick the singles actually? Because they are also quite diverse. Did you want to give the listeners like a, overall view of the album, or?
We just wanted to have cool songs come up.
Yeah, at first it was pretty traditional thrash,
Yeah.
in your face song, and people kind of like, and Sammy from Lost Society, the young dude, he played a phenomenal guitar solo in that.
We were really stoked.
Stoked, yeah. And now with this song we want to, people to kind of like, what the fuck, that reaction. So kind of, and maybe are we gonna release a third single, or the next thing is the album? I think. Yeah, okay. Like if we would go with the trend, that is, we would like release 9 singles to Spotify and ride with each single like 2 months. Oh yeah, we got 1,000 streams, we got 5,000 streams. That game that people are doing, like, hey,
Yeah.
listen to the song, and this song was added to this and that playlist, and we're old school. Like,
Yeah, we're old school guys.
But here's the album.
We play too loud and we make albums, and
but only the sad part is really that when you can like access the statistics of our albums, of course, when you release music to Spotify, and you can look at when they start to listen to the album, it kind of goes. It has happened with every album I've been with. Like first there's like the max amount of listeners, and then when the album goes along, it just people doesn't really listen it from start to finish. Like most of people just listen 2 songs from the album. If you
from like
at least from Spotify. So
Yeah.
they don't actually pay attention to that. If we like been thinking, okay, this song is good for this, and this second track needs to be this, so the story goes like this. We paid some like attention to the track list.
It's their fault if they don't get the idea of like.
And we saved the best for last.
Yeah.
Servants is the skull for last.
Oh yeah, there's just crunch vibe in the last one. Yeah.
Really heavy song.
Yeah, Servants.
You also mentioned that you have 2 shows coming up. I think you are actually a very lucky band, because right now in the world there's not that many bands who can play live. But what can people expect from these shows actually? Are you going to play a lot of new songs?
Yes, why not?
Yeah.
I think there's
meant to be played live. So if we have the chance, we are gonna definitely use it, because that's why they're made up.
But Mikko, you forgot that we have the classics also that we have to play.
From the first album. Yeah, but
that's the problem when you have too much songs, like 2 albums worth of material.
Yeah, but the second one is our album release party, so we can play like 3 hours if you want. So.
But yes, we are gonna play a lot of new songs, and hopefully we will get also the guys at some point who performed in the album to perform the songs with us on stage.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and like now Nightwish isn't touring, and Turmi and Kätilä just cancelled a lot of their shows, so I think those guys don't have a we just need to, we just need to.
We have to call Marko and say, can you come to Helsinki to like sing your 8 bars?
8 bars, yeah. We can pay your train ticket maybe.
You're also, or I was told you're in your rehearsal room right now. What is usually your process for a rehearsal? What is a typical day in your rehearsal space look like?
Yeah. This is actually Mikko's
typical day is something that like happens when we are not here. So because we rehearse before gigs, and we rehearse before like going into studio. Usually, no.
That's it, yeah.
Last time, but
But we don't like, if we don't have anything coming, we don't just rehearse. That we come here, but we just drink beer and play video games.
Yeah.
And we don't touch instruments. Or Mikko has
stuff. And I have my studio here as well. So I do a lot of work with other bands and shit. So I'm here quite often outside this band also. So
yeah, he's a trader. He's working with other bands and asking money to work with those bands. Jesus, what a guy.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, me and Beavis, we don't have to work. We live with the money that we get from Mister.
Of course.
Yeah.
Dream come true.
Yeah. Even the- yeah.
Yeah, anyway, I think that's it for my questions. Do you have any last thoughts you want to share with people who are watching this?
The people that are watching this, should we quick show Mikko's studio room?
There are no lights. We can fix something.
Oh. Should we? I can take this and show, because this is, you need to see this because this is also where Mikko mixed. Since now we're doing a video interview, we can go to the. Can you turn off the speaker?
No.
Yeah, let's go there.
Oh yeah, you can show.
Yeah, let's go here. Whoa, amazing! Look at all this expensive gear. Usually people don't get to see this unless they pay Mikko a shitload amount of money, but this is where our album was mixed and Mikko works here, so. And he lives in this couch, down this couch.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. My home couch.
Yeah. So our last words is.
Hey, what's your last word? Or last words? Yeah, we have to have our own, you know.
Let's see.
His last words.
My last words is remember to wash your hands and remember to call your grandparents if you haven't seen them in a while. They're gonna die soon. Everybody's gonna die. So remember to call your grandparents after this interview and wash your hands. And Earth is not flat.
Okay, your
Yeah.
last words.
Subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe.
Follow.
Tuonela magazine and Mr. Earth.
Yeah, and do all good stuff like I don't know, stay at home.
Stay at home. Yeah.
And what would Timo of the night say? He would say, tits,
Yeah.
beer, maybe ass, I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
My last words would be sex, bacon, and rock and roll.
Yeah.
Because why
it.
not?
Yeah. That's the way. Yeah. This is probably the best interview you've ever done.